Well, what are some really famous European companies? Level 2 free, Europe and Nationalities with Jamie. How are you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you, Tim. What about yourself?
I'm doing amazingly well. Today, we're going to talk about something we both know very, very well, as we are from that place, right?
And that is Europe.
Yeah, Europe.
Yeah, you would be amazed by my lack of knowledge of Europe, or maybe you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
After all, you are British, so...
That's true. We don't need to care about Europe because it's over there.
Yeah, right? You're not part of it anymore, yeah?
Yeah. So what?
So, listen. What do you think, Jamie? What do you think is the most popular country in Europe for Japanese tourists? And why would you think that's the case?
It's almost certainly France. And why do I think that's the case? It's because almost every single one of my students has been to France at some point. They love it because of its romantic, fashionable image, its delicious food, and its very loud right-wing nationalists outside my window. I'm sorry. Can you hear that?
I was thinking, like, what was that?
It's just right-wing nationalism. Don't worry.
Great. Talking about nationalism, like, how do you think Europeans, how are Europeans different from each other?
Well, British people are kind of, the best people in Europe. We can just say that from the start.
No doubt about that.
No doubt, the most hardworking, the most intelligent. I don't know. I think people in Southern Europe are a bit more relaxed. A bit more emotional. They show their emotions. They're more romantic.
Right. I've been known to be a very romantic dude.
Sorry?
I've been known to be very romantic in my day.
Yeah, you're pretty romantic. I don't know. You're strangely, you're more European than me, so I think so. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, Jamie, when you meet different European people, you can tell the difference, right? I think for Japanese people, we are all the same. I think for Japanese people, there's no difference between me and you and our cultures. But I mean, for us, there's quite...
I think I have a pretty good idea of region, at least. I can't maybe not say exactly which country every time until I hear the language. But yeah, I can take a guess just by looking. Yes, I'm sure.
And I think like many Japanese people would be surprised by, how little English some Europeans speak. I think, especially in the south of Europe, I think I've met Italians and Spanish, but they kind of have the simplest conversation in English.
Yeah, they don't. But then
again,
again,
notorious for the bad English, right?
Yeah, I suppose they are. Yeah, I suppose they are. But then again, you will meet Germans and Dutch who speak English as well as, if not better than yourself sometimes.
They are good, right? They can speak English very, very well. I haven't met any. I think I never met anybody in Scandinavia or in Holland that couldn't speak English.
I think they learn, for example, like in Norway and maybe Iceland too. I'm not sure, but I think they just learn English as a second language and use it at work as well a lot. I have heard.
Well, I think like all Europeans learn English as a second language. Maybe especially except the French, right? The French don't like other people's stuff.
I don't know about that. As you know, I love France and French people, and my mum lives there. So, in fact, I think my mum might be French now.
Is she?
I think so. So I'll ask her what she thinks.
Well, French are very protective of their own culture, and for a good reason. They have like a very long history, rich culture, and they are very eager to protect like that, like cultural heritage they have. Which European country would you like to travel to someday, if any, Jamie?
When I was younger, I didn't really have much interest in traveling around Europe for some reason or other. Now, nothing in particular. My mum has been to Iceland, and she told me it was one of the most amazing places she's ever been to. Everybody from Britain goes to Spain, and of course, I should see Italy at some point. I've also heard that Hungary is amazing. So there are plenty of places that I would go to, but there's no really specific reason other than they're close by the UK, and everybody says they are good. Yourself?
Any place would be great. I mean, Iceland is a place I would like to go to for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's famous for its natural beauty. Iceland, and I would love to go to Italy again, actually.
Really?
I would like to go and spend a couple of weeks there.
Why not? Let's do it.
That's a good idea. I think we are not necessary at the school anyway, right? It kind of ran itself.
Yeah, maybe it runs smoother without us.
Probably, right? Maybe we come back and it's full of students.
Yeah.
It's just like, very good. Now, talking about Europe, like a couple of harder questions, right?
Sure.
What are some really famous European companies, Jamie? Can you think of any? Like a European brand? What's a very famous European brand?
A very famous European brand. There's a food brand called Nestle.
Wow, yeah, that's a good one, right?
It's the world's biggest food company, isn't it? So I believe it comes from
Switzerland.
That's right. Yes, it's from Switzerland.
As I'm sure you knew.
Yes, it did. There are some famous car companies. We have the Mercedes and BMW from Germany. We also have the sort of luxury cars like Ferrari, Lamborghini, those kind of things from Italy. And many more.
Right? And so on.
Yeah, of course.
Britain has some famous companies as well, for sure.
Yep.
I see. Great. I think that's it for today. Jim, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
And I hope everything goes well in your future travels to Europe.
Thank you very much. Maybe we can realize our dream of spending the time in a villa in south of France together one day.
I didn't know I had that dream, but yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all. Thanks, mate. Have a nice one.